Hello, my name's Danny. I'm the chair and founder of the LGBT Sport Fringe Festival. The festival launched in 2017 and was a project basically set between myself and a couple of other people to promote LGBT sport within the community. The target was to combat homophobia, transphobia and sportophobia in and out of the community.
My name's Ian Rodley. I'm the director of Dance Action Zone Leeds, Dazzle, but I'm also a board member of the LGBT Sports Fringe Festival. It's important to have LGBT Sport Fringe Festival to highlight all the different inclusive sport teams in the city, but also to work as a platform for young people who may identify as LGBT, questioning, or even just their allies, to say, oh, this is something that we could get involved in, this is something we can improve our physical and mental health with, and it's just a really good way of getting people together and celebrating everyone's similarities rather than always looking at the things that we don't have in common.
The LGBTQ plus Sports Fest has been absolutely amazing. It's really important that young people, older people and anybody across the LGBT community can get involved in sports, get active, meet new friends, make new connections, have some fun and maybe try something that they haven't tried before.
My name's Ali. I, as well as playing for the Yorkshire Terriers today, I play for the Leeds Hunters and also set up Leeds Pride and run Leeds Pride. There's not many people out in professional sports, especially in the likes of football. In some sports, we've got some people, role models like the Tom Daly's of the world and the Edwards guy play for the rugby league, but there's not many role models. But being out in sports, it's a strange one because we live in our little bubble. We've got all the LGBT teams, whether you're playing football, rugby. There's a massive movement to involve LGBT people in sports, so it's not really an issue. Even against the straight teams that we play, it's not really an issue for us, but it's a shame that there's not many role models for us out in the professional game.
It's really important because often people from the LGBTQ community struggle to feel included in other groups and in other sports groups, and when you have been through bullying as a child in PE lessons because you're a little bit camp or you're not very good at catching, then it's really hard to get into those sporting activities, and groups like Leeds Frontrunners and the LGBT Fringe Festival are really important to include everybody.
I'm Councillor James Lewis and I'm Deputy Leader of Leeds City Council. One of our big ambitions of the city is to help people live healthy lives, and we've always known that the LGBT community is a section of the community that's not always traditionally engaged with sport and physical activity, whether it's people's bad experience from school or whether it's just simply not wanting to, I'm not thinking there's any groups or activities out there for them. So the Sports Festival is really important because it puts all the different LGBT and inclusive sport activities really up in light so people know what's going on. There's lots of taster sessions so people can get involved, and it really helps us towards our objective of having one of the most physically active cities in the country.
Engagement in the festival has been absolutely fantastic. And what makes me really happy is that it's been engagement from families. So the dance events, the mass participation exercise dance events, like things like the 80s Dance-a-thon, our Dazzle ones have been absolutely jam-packed with children, young people and their parents, carers. Things like karate, the Leeds Frontrunners running event, absolutely awesome, and parents running with like prams, and there's dads with their sons and daughters, and that for me is a major coup for the LGBT Sports Fringe Festival, because as gay people, as queer people, however you identify yourself, we also have families. So we don't just turn up at 26 and go, oh, I'm gay. You know what I mean? The coming out journey, it's a long process, and that happens within the family. So to bring families together and to create, let's use the word safe spaces that people can be themselves, that it's okay to express themselves however they want to do, but using the power of sport and physical activity, well, we're instantly looking at the things that we love together.
Although I'm really confident in who I am, I'm out and I'm really proud of who I am, and I'm in a relationship, and my work colleagues and all my friends know who I am. But there's lots and lots of people out there that aren't from an understanding background, from their friends and family, are not accepting of who they are. They themselves might not be as accepting as me, and they're not necessarily ready to be constantly coming out to people on a daily basis. So it's really, really important that there are sporting activities and other groups that people from the LGBT communities can attend. I mean, it's 2018, but we look at the rest of the world and people are being discriminated and being killed for who they love. So it's really, really important that we promote LGBT sport and LGBT groups.
It's really important to have these LGBT sport fringe festivals, because for so long gay community, LGBT community has been based around drinks, nights out, but now we're getting such a building, we're actually getting the culture. There's a gay culture that exists in showbiz and all that, but the sporting gay culture is just blossoming in this country, and I think it's really building. Leeds are sponsoring Leeds Pride this year. We've got Marching Out Together. It took me 2 years to accept to myself that I was gay, so you shouldn't expect other people overnight to accept it. That said, we're going into a more tolerant society, and I think we're getting there. But we've got to be visible, we've got to be out, we've got to be showing our face like this.
I think it's got a really positive response from people. I know lots of people have been trying out different taster sessions. Lots of the sports clubs and teams that are in the parade for Leeds Pride had a fantastic response from the crowd that shows how much the city is not just embracing the LGBT community, but recognising the work that our LGBT sports clubs are doing.
The festival itself aims to target homophobia within sport, so mainstream sport or local sport, transphobia, biphobia, but also it aims to combat sport phobia. And now there's a lot of people that fear sport or don't think they can get involved with sport in and out of the LGBT community. But it's also just letting them know that what is available. So you're free to take part, whatever you fancy. The success for this year's festival is we've doubled the amount of events, which last year we had 25 events. This year we had over 46 events. We extended it by 8 days. So it was leading up to Leeds Pride, and we increased the amount of people that participated in the festival by over 600 people. So